And around Cambridge, if people perhaps like what they hear today, where can they find you?
I'm normally playing somewhere in Cambridge, so on Facebook probably is the best place to track me down.
Okay, and your stage name is very clever. You've used the sides, even though it's the Y and the B-Sides and your name. It's all very
yeah, it does help. It was kind of given to me on a plate somewhat, so I didn't have to do too much work.
You think of that one, or did somebody else come along and say, oh, you should do that?
I think it was a bit of both, to be honest. So I used to go to stay with a friend at their university, and they would always address me as that, and I didn't really think about it, and so it was kind of like a natural progression.
Okay, so you're going to play a few songs for us this morning. What are you going to start off with?
I'm going to start with a song off my new EP called In Confidence.
And all yours.
Excellent. Goes like this.
Never did runs well, so I dance on all these wings and hide. One day they will heal. Now the heads turn under watchful eyes, and the hands of my allies will now suffer these tirades. And the shapes and the faces, they all change. Not the same, falling apart, but the good is on their waiting, 'cause nothing ever came. And the list of rushes, tragedies washed away like rain. So we do this period properly. Where did all this time? So in confidence I tell you that seems to have lost your mind. So before we get too old, let's forget what we've been told, and then surrender this to sin. Oh, before there's some drinks to friends to fun. So from this I'll never run, and so all that's left to grin about this last year didn't bear much fruit, and fine people lost or in. So raise this glass and feast on swine, and toast to your good health and mine. But a good is stand there waiting, 'cause nothing ever came. And the list of rushes, tragedies washed away like rain. So we'll do this period properly. Where did all this time? So in confidence I tell you that seems to have found mine.
That was great. Well done.
Oh, thank you.
So I learned you just come from, or in the process of just winding up a little bit of a tour. How far did that take you?
Yeah, it was good. Well, it should have stretched all the way to Bristol, but sadly, due to my throat packing in halfway through, I had to kind of cancel that, which is a shame. But yeah, I still got to a few places that I'd never played, so that was nice.
Well, what sort of venues do you like to play in best? Do you prefer something like this when it's kind of out in the open, or?
Oh, it's just nice to a bit of everything. It's nice, really.
Yeah.
Not in a position, just nice to come down and play anywhere.
Okay. How about the writing side of things? Do you prefer to write your own material, or do you?
Oh yeah, absolutely, yeah. I throw in the odd cover here and there of a band that I love. I might do that later.
Okay. What do you have for us next?
It's a song called Capitals, which is off my debut EP, which you can download for free off my website at B-Sydes.co.uk.
Okay.
Okay, goes like this.
Laps round the circuit revealed your intent, but you set the traps, loaded the bait, and waited for us to be inebriated. I'm sorry that this took so long, and all this stands for this song. another in fact. Just smile, you are to me electricity. Jack and Miss Jerry, they found their way to my home and poured themselves down our necks and wouldn't leave us alone. But each time they left, we knew they'd be back. But we welcomed them in with a bow on the back. And I'm sorry that this took so long, and all this distance for this song. Each time the plow runs out another in fact. Just smile, you are to me electricity. When you say to me right then, I had an epiphany. I can't explain why, but that's when it came to me. And I told you things I wouldn't normally say. Without vanilla and lime, we won't be the same. Now you scribbled our initials on the walls of the cab, and I think I won't fade.
That was great. You're listening to Cambridge 105. The music of B-Sydes. We're broadcasting live from my little broadcast tent at the Midsummer Common for Strawberry Fair 2012. Ben, what are your thoughts on the music scene in Cambridge as it compares, say, to some of the other places where you've travelled around?
Cambridge is kind of hit and miss for me.
Well, tell us the misses first, because I always like to end on the positive. You see.
Well, you know, I don't want to name and shame.
No. I guess not necessarily the places.
Oh, no,
but what's the issue, if you like?
I just think that more people should be supportive of the scene, if you will. I hesitate to use that word, but it'd just be great to see, you know, other bands supporting other bands, whereas I don't think it's something that really happens. Whereas it was lovely to come down and play at CB2 on my tour, actually, and there you get people that come down, they're quiet, and they're generally there to listen to what you have to say.
That's a lovely little venue there. Did you play down in the basement?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
That's pretty good. And of the positive side, obviously somewhere like CB2.
Yeah. I mean, it's fantastic. It was I mean, to come home and essentially what would be one of my hometown shows kind of thing. So it was very nice to actually have a captive audience for a change, rather than the talking at the back that you normally get, that people think they can get away with during acoustic shows.
No, I must confess I have been thrown out of the odd jazz club in my time for talking too
I'm
much.
sure we're all guilty. I'm sure I've talked occasionally during other people's sets.
Well, I think we've got time for a couple more songs. So, what do you have for us next?
This is a brand new song that's not yet recorded, that will go on an EP or an album or whatever I'm doing next. I haven't really decided, but yeah, it doesn't even have a name actually. That's how on top of this song I am.
No, that's good. That's good.
Any chance to play it?
Helpful.
So it's got a working title of "Couldn't Stop Us Now," but yeah.
Careful with those working titles; they kind of stick after.
Yeah, I'm trying not to. Trying to review these things. I'm terrible with that and lyrics. I always put like guide lyrics down, and then they always end up staying.
You don't have any notes? I can't see any notes anyway.
No.
All remembered.
Something like that. I guess we'll see afterwards.
If people aren't familiar with the songs, it doesn't matter anyway, does it?
Excellent. It goes like this. Exclaim, now to these facts I'm privy, I couldn't seem to stop them now. Now to these facts, these fallacies, come close to litigation, I couldn't seem to stop them now. While these claims my imagination, you could see the storm clouds in my eyes.
couldn't seem to stop them now. Now these brain cells go separate ways, but leave behind a mystery. Couldn't seem to stop them now. While these claims my imagination, you can see the storm clouds in my eyes. Too much time procrastinating, too little time spent working on these lines. Given this choice, we'd use our voice. And if we could, we'd do this. So we take this focus, so they don't notice. We go to ground, and so you know. Maintain this focus, for they all notice. You go to ground, and so you know. Maintain this focus, for they all notice. You go to ground, and so you know. Maintain this focus, for they all notice. You go to ground, while these claims my imagination, you can see the storm clouds in my eyes. Too much time procrastinating, too little time spent working on these lines. I stand on stages out of choice, Lord knows it's not the money. I couldn't seem to stop me now.
That was great. It's Cambridge 105, live from Midsummer Common, Strawberry Fair 2012, the music of B-Sydes. Time for one more, I think. Before you go into that, if people want to hear more of your music, how do they find you? You mentioned the Facebook page,
I'm all over the
website.
internet. I'm an internet whore. Facebook is a good place to find me, and that has a link to kind of everything. But you know, I'm on SoundCloud, I'm on Spotify, anything. You can find me everywhere.
Okay, so I guess people should know it's B-Sydes with a Y. That's the clever bit. Just in case somebody ends up with something else entirely.
Clever, inverted commas, I think. But yeah.
Well, listen, thank you very much for
having me.
To play for us all this morning. Time for one more. What's that going to be?
This is a song called "Still in Saigon," which did a video for my tour, in fact. And so you can, YouTube, another
YouTube, another place to go to.
Just goes to the show. Okay, yeah, it's called "Still in Saigon." Thank you very much for having me down.
Pleasure.
These questions out of fear. How is that we ended up here? Compared with others, but they don't know. We'll see what pictures have to show. We keep secrets on flashbacks are a tease, but out of focus memories, rifle through message to see what has been said, like acronyms of tonight's events. And we keep secrets on the together with fragments of what we're told. the night is left us rats. We check our pulses to make sure we're alive. Resting, aching limbs as we ramble. Winking secrets on our hearts. Although the lust of months are sinking top of that. And we sing silly, cause we don't know. We'll put these lives back together with fragments of what we're told. Of what we're told. Of what we're told. Of what we're told.
B-Sydes, B-Sydes playing live. Thank you very much, Ben. That's absolutely
very much.
fantastic. Do come back.